Hi, this is Tony. Hi, Tony.
Hi.
Tony came into the office the end of January, and Tony, why don't you just share a little bit of your problem? Tony is a professional musician, plays the guitar, he sings, and the only thing we're missing today is the axe. But Tony, what brought you in?
So I've always been a big believer in chiropractic care, and I did it when I lived in Florida. And when I moved up here, I started to do it, but it just, for some reason, it wasn't working as well as I wanted to. So I live right up the hill from Dr. Seeley, and always was driving by the building, and I said, well, I'll give it a shot. So I literally kind of just through passing walked in, and I really am glad I did that because it's really helped me a great deal. I had an auto accident in 2001, where my head went through the windshield of the car and it damaged my neck real bad. And I was young then, so I didn't really feel it, but the doctor had always told me the older you get, it'll get worse, the degeneration. So as I got older, I started to feel it more, and it got to the point where I couldn't. It started to get so numb in my hand and arm that I couldn't even when I would play my guitar and things like that. It would really just numb up to the point where I couldn't feel actually the strings on my guitar, and it started to worry me a great deal because that's my livelihood. I do it full time. So when I came here, Dr. Seeley really helped me a lot, opened my eyes to things that I had never even thought of before. No other chiropractor did. I.e. diet and exercise and things like that, things I could do. So I really try to put all my effort into doing that, and I can say that it's really changed my life as far as, and my playing and just my attitude. My pain is pretty much gone. I mean, there's some nights where if I go too hard with the playing and don't get enough sleep, which is usually a bad thing for musicians, but it's part of the job, and I'll feel it a little, but to no extent where it was waking me up in the middle of the night, literally 5-6 times, and I was just miserable. I said, when's this going to end? So I'm glad that I made the step and finally came and got that all worked out. And I have always had also low back pain from sports. I was a baseball player, and he really helped me there too. I used to be like a constant nagging thing, not debilitating, but more like a nagging thing where it just wasn't fun to have, and that's pretty much cleared up. And I know it's also has to do with a lot of I've lost some weight. I'm still on my journey there and trying to get that fixed. And I also have Graves' disease, hyperthyroidism, and was diagnosed with that probably around the 7th or 8th grade. It runs in my family, and so I just have always lived with that, and now I'm learning things that, wishfully I wish I'd have known way back then that I could have changed, because it was destroyed with radiation probably in high school around that time. So I'm on my journey to get that fixed and try to maybe hopefully get off medication, my Synthroid for good, and just do natural supplements. So that's my pretty much my story, and I feel great. It's not over. It's going to be a lifelong thing, and I'm just really looking forward to the future.
Good for you.
Yeah.
So Tony, when you came in, your pain level in your arm, it was numbness, it was tingling, you lost some strength, it was waking you at night. So it was a 7 is what you rated with initially 0 to 10. So what would you say you're at right now?
Oh, it's easily at probably a 1.
A 1?
Yeah, 1.
And it gets aggravated, of course, if you play too long. But
right. Yeah.
It's a process. So, Tony, do you have any advice for future patients suffering maybe, or even, musicians who are struggling with issues with their neck, arms, that type of thing?
I would say definitely try your hardest to change the way of the atypical musician, which I do, because it is my livelihood. So I usually don't ever drink alcohol when I play. I really cut it out of my daily life too. I wasn't a big drinker, but I would drink, 1 or 2 drinks a week. And now that I've cut that out, I feel great. My voice is 100% better. My playing, my mind is a lot sharper. And then the biggest thing, if you can, sometimes you can't help it, but sleep has really helped me a lot. Like getting more sleep than usual. And I know it's tough when I have kids, and it's not always the ideal thing, and just get to a chiropractor, get on a good diet, natural medicine is the way. It just has helped me a great deal. So I
Cool.
try to spread that to everybody I can. Yeah.
Tony is definitely an advocate of chiropractic. His son is a patient, his wife is a patient, and that little person inside his wife
Yeah.
will probably be a patient someday. So,
Definitely.
Tony, do I have your, thank you for sharing.
You're welcome.
Do I have your permission to share your story with doctors, students, patients, anywhere?
Yes,
Any
definitely.
restrictions on that?
No,
Great. God bless. Great job. Keep working at it.
thank you.
You're welcome.